Here's a quick lesson, one that might not be technically useful to you yet, but might help you if you accidentally find yourself in a place that you didn't mean to be. Most light boards, including the EOS, have dual programming modes, so live and blind. Live meaning you can see the changes on stage that you're making, blind meaning you can't see the stages that you're making on stage. To switch between those two modes, use the live and blind buttons on your virtual keyboard, or press F1 or F2 on your computer keyboard. Live is the mode that you've been using so far and is visually signified by a black and yellow color scheme. This mode is intended for the crafting of cues, for looking at cues, and for making visual adjustments and for playback. What you see on your computer screen is what you see on stage. Make a change on the live table and you'll see that change on stage. Change cues and you'll see the change everywhere in front of you. Blind mode is a new mode in our course and is visually signified by a dark and light blue color scheme. You'll also notice the word blind in the top left-hand corner. What? By the way, if you click on the word blind, you'll exit blind mode and return to live mode. Blind mode is intended for editing cues and for making adjustments that you don't want to see on stage, which could be because you don't want it to be a distraction or because you need to adjust a cue that isn't currently on stage. You're familiar with live mode, so let's play around with blind mode. First, I'm going to start by going to Q2 in live mode by pressing go to Q2, enter. Now, if we press the blind button, or function F2, you'll see that we have entered into Q2 down here on the command line. A very common reason you might enter into blind mode is because you're in a tech rehearsal. You were just looking at Q1. The rehearsal went to the next cue, but you still wanted to make an adjustment to the previous cue. So we find ourselves in Q2, but I wanted to adjust Q1. So rather than sending the entire stage back to Q, which would really be a distraction, we can just simply go to blind mode and change it in blind mode. So to change cues, we just type Q, the cue number that we want, and enter. So here we're going to type in Q1, enter. And you'll see down here on the command line that we've shifted cues. But if we had real lights and a real stage, we would still be in Q2. Make sense? Okay. So let's make our adjustment. Take channel 8 to 55. So I'm going to type in 8 at 55, enter. And you'll notice that this number here did not turn to red. This is because the adjustment was saved immediately. EOS assumes that if you're in blind mode, you really intend on keeping the adjustments that you're making. No need to record, no need to update, it's just all automatic. So be purposeful, so be intentional. Okay, if we were to return to live, you'll see first that we're still in Q2, signified here by the command line. If you go backwards a cue, so if I go back and hit backwards, you'll notice that channel 8 is now at 55% in Q1, meaning our adjustment was saved. Boom. Now, let's go forward to Q2 again. So I'm going to press go. And now let's return to blind, function F2. This time in blind, in Q2, let's adjust channel 8 to be full. So 8 at F, enter. Okay, now, if we return to live mode, again, I'm going to press the blind button right here, you'll notice that 8 isn't at full. It's still at 0%. What gives? Okay, this is because we don't want blind adjustments to alter a live look. To see our change, we need to go back to Q1 and then forward to Q2. So I'm going to press back and then forward. And there we go. Channel 8 at 100%. Here's one more bit for you if you're the kind of crazy person who loves spreadsheets. I'm that kind of person, by the way. You can go to Blind and press the Format button. And this will toggle through a couple different ways that you can view the information. One of them is this spreadsheet. What? It's not a lot here, but if you have a lot of channels and a lot of queues, it's a really great broad way to view all the channels over the course of all the queues. This becomes exponentially more useful when you have hundreds of channels and hundreds of queues. The Format button, by the way, if you didn't see, is over here next to the Tab, Flexi, and Expand buttons. I would encourage you to try clicking Format through all the different options. Just remember that your table needs to be highlighted for the Format button to do what it needs to do. So play, because truly you're in virtual space here and you literally can't break anything at all.